my name is Ade, also known as Adefituk UK on Instagram. If you don't already follow me, make sure that you do. And if you're new here, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe down below. Today's video is going to be about how I transformed my body in 10 days. It's 10 days and going, but this side-by-side comparison is 10 days apart. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I've done and what I'm continuing to do throughout this month of February as I'm beginning to cut. I'm going to talk about nutrition, and then the second half of the video I'm going to talk about my exercise regime. So let's get into the video. I also want to say I've got my notes down here written on my iPad of literally everything that I planned for this video, so if I keep looking down, that is why. But the first thing I want to talk about is calorie deficit. You want to make sure that overall the amount that you're having inside your body of calories is slightly less than your daily recommended amount. So for ladies out there, daily recommended amount is 2,000 calories. Men is 2.5. You want to make sure that you're having slightly less. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're also having enough protein, so substantial protein inside your diet, but being at a slight calorific deficit. Something that's helpful for me is having a source of protein with every meal and making sure that I'm also exercising alongside it to make sure that my overall daily intake is slightly less than 2,000. The second thing that I want to talk about is intermittent fasting. I intermittent fast, but only during weekdays, and the reason that I do that is because I feel like it's much more sustainable and much easier if I just do it 5 times a week rather than during the weekends as well, where I tend to have a slightly different routine to during the week. I was also reading online that intermittent fasting allows your body to become fat adapted so that you can burn fat stores, and that's because your body's less dependent on carbohydrates to keep it running, so it tends to burn fat. So that's another advantage of intermittent fasting if you're looking to get into it. But do introduce yourself into it slowly because it's not a very easy routine. And if you're doing it alongside exercise, it can be even harder. Having said that, because I'm intermittent fasting, I'm having 2 meals a day, which means that number one, I'm able to control my calories better. And number two, it means that I'm eating within a shorter time period, so it forces me to be disciplined. It gives my eating schedule structure. So I'm going to try and insert a clip of what I've basically been eating for the past 2 weeks. I literally eat the same thing every single day, and I don't get bored of it. I'm quite used to meal preps. If you're someone that gets bored of it, there's some options. You can always change the greens. So sometimes I'll have green beans with a different fish and sweet potatoes, but it's very important for me to have those 3 main components. It helps keep my calories controlled and it helps me make sure that I'm getting the right nutrients. So snacks include crisp breads. I've tried to basically not have as much bread. I'm allowed it on the weekends, so bagels with eggs, etc. But I try and reduce, not necessarily completely cut out, but reduce how much carbs I'm having. I will have rice twice a week, a very small portion of rice, to carbo load before I do my cardio, but I'm going to get onto that in just a moment. And another thing I wanted to mention is you want to make sure you're not drinking your calories. So I make sure that I'm only drinking water, and I will have coconut milk as well. That's if I have a smoothie. So I was talking about carbo loading earlier. I tend to carbo load with just a little bit of rice the day before I do my cardio. So that's before I run and skip. I do skip every day that I work out, but it doesn't count as my cardio days. So I have 2 days in the week that I set out as my cardio days. And the days before that, I tend to eat a little bit of rice. So I will replace the wrap with rice, just that for dinner, just to make sure that I have enough of a store as I'm fasting as well. Moving on to exercise, the main things that I'll say is I still weight train. So even when I am cutting, I still weight train. I just kind of rebalance the percentage of weight training against cardio that I do. So normally it's 80% weight training, 20% cardio, meaning that I do cardio every session, but literally at a minimum. But now I have days dedicated to cardio. So my routine now is 2 days total body split. 1 day will be leg day and 2 other days will be dedicated to cardio. About 35 to 40 minutes of cardio. 15 minutes of that will be skipping, which comes with every single session. But on cardio days it's 15 minutes skipping, and I'll spend 20 to 25 minutes on the treadmill doing either fartlek training or jogging and brisk walking. If you want to know what fartlek training is, I can make a separate video about different types of training and the benefits of them, but that's something that's helped me in improving my endurance and speed. Another tip I want to give as well for people that are trying to cut or lean out is to walk. Like, literally walking can help you burn so many calories. It's such a simple act, but you'll be surprised as to how many extra calories you're burning. So I try to walk outdoors about 3 times a week. Another thing is yoga, something I've taken up this new year. I used to stretch quite a bit for quite a long time after my sessions, but I decided to stretch and also do yoga at the same time to improve my flexibility. And you can burn quite a lot of calories doing yoga or Pilates. I would highly recommend. It's helped me to build more core strength whilst also improving my balance. So definitely a top tip, and you burn quite a lot of calories doing it. And another thing is it's going to probably help me do the splits, because I'm trying to get into doing the splits this year, so that's another goal that I want to achieve. Another thing that I want to say is I do have 1 or 2 total rest days a week. I say 1 or 2, depends on if I feel like walking on the weekends, if I haven't walked on the weekdays. But total rest is basically I don't do anything. It's good to keep active, of course, every day, and if you can, try and walk every day, even if you're not having a proper exercise session, but at least you're getting active, and that active rest is also good for you to recover. The last thing I wanted to mention is fasted cardio. When I was first starting my cut, I was doing fasted cardio a couple sessions a week, because it can be quite intense if you're starting to do fasted cardio and you haven't done it in a while. I used to do it a lot when the gyms were open, so I'm actually quite used to it. But obviously I hadn't done it in a while, so reintroducing myself into it was a little bit difficult, but it's perfectly doable. I'll just introduce fasted cardio in 2 sessions that were a little bit less intense. By the way, fasted cardio is basically training on an empty stomach, and it's really beneficial in terms of burning fat. Studies say that you can burn up to 30% more fat on a fasted stomach, so on an empty stomach, which is great. That's what we're trying to do. But another important tip is to drink a lot of water and pace yourself. Just make sure that you eat well the day before your fast, so that you have enough, obviously, energy, enough store. I also read online that fasted cardio encourages your body to become more metabolically efficient, as cardio in your fasted state increases your reliance on fat reserves, fueling your workout rather than carbohydrates. Some takeaway points: if you're trying to cut or reveal that muscle, for me, the most important things have been calorie deficit, intermittent fasting, and another thing is skipping. Skipping has been the easiest and probably most fun form of exercise in terms of cardio. But that's it for today's video, guys. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this kind of content, or what you want to see in the comments down below. And thank you for watching. Please make sure that you do like and subscribe for more videos. Road to 100 subscribers. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys inside the next video. Bye.